Welcome back, everybody. I'm glad you guys are joining me today. And CNN and Adam Kinzinger both had meltdowns last night over the election results that were taking place across the country and all of these midterm primaries where rhinos were being ousted out of their seats by new MAGA candidates who will now represent the party in those respective districts. And this dude over here, of course, Adam Kinzinger, one of the biggest frauds in Congress, a Democrat for all intensive purposes, was saying they're just crying, boo-hooing about the candidate who ousted his butt buddy, Peter Meyer, out of the Michigan seat up there, and was crying that, oh no, we have a MAGA candidate he was supported by Democrats because it's easier to defeat them. Wrong. It happened all over the country. MAGA Republicans were winning hand over fist, and they know this, and they're scared. They know what's coming with this red wave, and it's not going to be your typical rhinos coming into office in these red waves. No, it's going to be MAGA candidates, and they are absolutely terrified over that notion. They're panicking and all of that good stuff, and I'm here for it, and I love it. So before we dive into today's videos, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button. If you're new here, thank you for joining me, allowing me to share some info with you. Hopefully, you can share it with your friends and family. Smash that like button to 1,500. And, of course, if you like the content, you like the video, you like the channel, smash that super thanks as well. So let's go ahead and come over here. This has happened on CNN last night, and Adam Kinzinger being interviewed on the network, and he just sounds pathetic. After a huge MAGA win last night, Adam Kinzinger looks like he's about to cry again. So here he is on CNN. Crying. Let's take a listen.
I know you were closely watching these primary elections as we all were last night. You called it disgusting here on this program that Democrats were helping elevate election deniers in the hopes that they would be easier to defeat in a general against a more moderate Republican. One of the moderates in the race is Peter Meyer, lost his primary. What's your reaction?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, if Peter's opponent wins and goes on to November and wins, that the Democrats own that. Congratulations. I mean, here's the thing. Don't keep coming to me asking where are all the good Republicans.
Good Republicans in this context is Republicans who will always back Democrats' agendas. That's what good Republican means in this context. There's no such thing as a good Republican, according to the media and Democrats, unless they are agreeing with them and they're able to be useful idiots and mouthpieces for their own agenda, maybe bashing people that are actual threats to their power. So this line by Adam Kinzinger is precisely worded the way it is because it communicates, hey, I'm a good Republican. I vote with you guys. I'm a good Republican.
That defend democracy, and then take your donors' money and spend $500,000 promoting one of the worst election deniers that's out there. I mean, you know, the DCCC needs to be ashamed of themselves. Thankfully, some members of Congress, Democrats, have spoken out and said they're disgusted. I respect it. I have spoken out against the National Republican Congressional Committee many times when they've done things I've disagreed with. And there are also people that say, well, this is just politics, how cynical that is. And that's why I think Americans are just sick of both parties.
No, they're sick of the swamp. They're sick of you people. That's who they're sick of. They're sick of people who are unwilling to actually address issues that's impacting Americans. They much rather sit there and have these cry fests and say, oh, no, it's because of this and that. And here's another snippet of CNN last night, just absolutely losing it on air here.
Let's look at the Arizona governor's race where you have Carrie Lake, who's the former TV broadcaster who essentially says she's repeating Trump, channeling Trump. If I lose, someone's cheating. And you have Karen Taylor Robson, who is the establishment candidate for governor, endorsed by the current Arizona governor, endorsed by, this is a Trump-Pence divide here. Where are we if we're looking through, if we want to call it, the Republican establishment versus the Trumpy candidates as we get deeper into the primary season? Who's winning?
Well, so far, Trump's winning, and Arizona will be a big test of that. I think Liz Cheney in a couple of weeks is going to be an even bigger test. No one's even really hiding how many different money streams there are of establishment Republicans as well as Democrats, trying to lift her up. But I think when you really zoom out, like, democracy is hugely on the ballot today. And I just can't miss the juxtaposition of Nancy Pelosi landing in Taiwan, this historic and very controversial trip, and saying in her public comments and her writings, this is about elevating a democracy.
Nancy Pelosi, who flew to Taiwan, mind you, to check on her investments not to promote democracy. She was there to check on our investments. Of course, China wasn't going to do anything because Nancy Pelosi's an asset. This was all posturing by the Democrat Party to make themselves look big and tough.
Crucial democracy. And look at the tests at home on the ballot. And this is not about partisanship. This really is about what does American democracy mean and what kind of candidates are being nominated to roles where they could have pivotal decision making over the integrity of elections.
Right. And I mentioned just about, it's a possibility that Republicans in Arizona will have a statewide slate of people who are election denied.
They are absolutely scared. They're scared, all the entire establishment, and I'm here for it. I love it. I love seeing these people backpedal and panic and just be beside themselves that regular, everyday American people would reject the establishment, and I'm here for it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Of course, you guys can follow me on all my social media, including Odysee and Gab. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and of course, leave a Let's Go Brandon. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Have a great day.